Hello, this is Matt Richardson with Iron Matt. I wanted to give a summary of my visit to the History Museum in Sugarland, Texas today. It went fairly well. I didn't go in guns blazing, but I went in there with just a heart to tell our side of the story so that people get a different view of what they're being taught, indoctrinated with in school. They're only catching one side of what, of the story. They're getting the evolutionary deep time view. And so I had some good discussions with the teachers. And actually, one of the teachers is a young Earth creationist, and so that was great. And that was a surprise at our school there. And I had a talk with her and got to share with her about Dinosaur Adventureland. And she actually has some family in Alabama, and she looked it up, and she's gonna actually go and take her family there. So that was an example of what we can do as intelligent laymen to share the gospel and to share the truth of biblical creation with our neighbors, and love our neighbors as ourselves, and just what we can do. We see all these shows on YouTube, we hear all these debates, we get involved in the chats and do stuff like that, but what can we really do on a human level other than what we do at our churches or in regular outreach? What can we do to spread the news that there is another view, that it's not the flat earth stuff, it's that it's a legitimate science of young earth creation, and it is the biblical view, the traditional biblical view, until a couple hundred years ago. So it went really well. I put up a little video of a lady giving her little spiel, the part of the tour that we got where we actually had somebody taking us through a tour of the skeletons of the dinosaurs and stuff, and giving her deep time spiel there. I got to talk to her. Actually, she brought up dinosaurs turning into birds, and so I stopped her in the middle of that in front of all the kids, and I said, look, she said Archaeopteryx was a glider. And I started and said, well, I beg to differ. Archaeopteryx was a perching bird and was around the same time as dinosaurs. And she kind of dismissed my little question, but after that we got to go look at all the trilobites and the cool fossils they had in there just without her being there. And I wasn't real confrontational about it, but then I walked up to her afterwards to open a discussion with her, and she said, I just looked it up, and you were right. Archaeopteryx was not a glider, but was a real bird, a flying bird. And she said they said it had a wishbone, so it was an actual flyer. And she was very gracious about it, and that was surprising. And it's good to see, people do have open minds. And she said, and I said, well, what do you think about this? I don't buy into this whole dinosaurs turning into birds. And she goes, well, given enough time, and that was her response to it. And I said, well, how do you get from a cold-blooded reptile to a warm-blooded bird? That's a great chasm to cross. And she goes, that's true, but given enough time they can do it. And I said, yeah, well, that's if they have enough time. That's also, up for debate. And she didn't get into it, but I said, thank you for talking to me. I appreciate the discussion. It was nice to meet you, and moved on. And I left her with a positive view of a biblical creationist. I didn't come in there, like I said, I didn't come in there guns blazing. And I think that's a good approach, to the normal people who aren't, YouTube evolutionists, that are all adamant, but to real people. And I think it was a successful day. I got to talk to some of the kids. I made a couple of little short videos that I put on my channel, but it was a real successful day, and had a great time with my daughter and the classmates, and they had a good day. And So I'll say God bless you guys, and thanks for checking out my videos, and hopefully there'll be more to come in the near future. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. Have a great day.